Breaking news now out of Washington. The Senate voting to avert a rail strike, but rejecting legislation to increase paid sick leave for those rail workers. Yahoo Finance's Dani Romero joins us with the details. Dani, what are we learning?
Well, this is not good. And just on background, I just got off the phone with a union representative that says that this will actually will cause a growing pressure because now the unions didn't get what they wanted. The Senate voted against this bill of paid sick leave. The final score was 52 yes, 43 no, and 60 they needed 60 votes to pass, But two other bills were passed, a deal that included a deal to block the railroad strike. And again, this now means that the union has a day of personal leave, no sick day leave days. But it's worth noting that in Biden's tentative deal, there's a big loophole, and that goes back to the medical leave care aspect, which requires them to, if they are going to go on medical leave, they can only take days off on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they need to have 30-day notice. So again, this is not very good for the unions because they did not get what they wanted. It's going to cause possibly some work stoppages. I mean, they'll probably slow down. That's what I've been hearing from experts, that it could cause that they might, say, hey, call in, say, I'm not going to come in, or things like that. But again, they can be easily replaced now, now that these bills are going to move forward and they have to get to the president's desk now.
Dani, are there any options left on the table just in terms of what the unions could potentially do in the future to push for more sick paid leave?
Well, from what I'm hearing is that this it's a 5-year agreement, and they have 3 years to retract. So that means they'll be back to the negotiating table in 2 years. So essentially, yes, they didn't get what they wanted, but they will be going back to the negotiating table right now. But again, it also brings this, another topic of, now that the Biden administration has a heavy hand in this. The Biden administration runs the risk of possibly losing pro-union support now.
Yes and no. I mean, where are the unions going to go, right? They're probably not going to run to the right here in 24. Maybe turnout is impacted. And at the end of the day, they got a 24% pay raise. How many Americans, how many unions negotiated that?
But it wasn't about that, though. They really wanted the quality of life balance, which we essentially, us workers as well, want too. So, you want to get paid for your sick days too, right? Or when your son or your daughter gets sick, I'm sure you want to be able to say, hey, you know what? I can't come into work today. I got to stay home. Yeah. So, and they were our frontline workers as well. There are essential workers. I take the train. Dave, do you take the train?
I sure do. 2
hours
a day.
Each day.
Yeah. 10 hours a week.
Yeah, but I guess it was a slight win for the group, but not the full win that they
are essentially,
get.
And essentially, they are going to go back to the negotiating table in 2 years. So, yes, there is some stake now, like I said, that they could be causing some form of a stoppage. Obviously not a big stoppage, but they could be easily replaced too. But again, they also will need workers. Mm-hmm. So if you do have who's going to replace them, essentially?
Yeah, we will see how this all plays out. All right, Dani Romero, thanks so much for jumping on here.